Hi, my name's Lilly Moore. I am a new teacher here at Erie High School, and I am teaching digital art and photography. So I just wanted to walk you guys through my kind of history and journey up to this point to becoming a teacher, and then the process that we're going to use in our classes, and my teaching philosophy around what students will get when they come into a classroom with me. So I'm actually from Longmont, Colorado. I went to Silver Creek, the rival in the district, and I graduated in 2005, which was the year that Erie High School was built. So it's very cool to be back in my own home district teaching. I went to university at Southern Oregon University, all the way down in the south, where you can see it says Ashland. It was a really small, intimate school. I went on a Western Exchange program scholarship, so you can go to a college out of state for in-state tuition plus half. If anyone's interested in going to Oregon for school, I definitely recommend it. I had a great time at this college. It's a smaller college, like I said, so instead of getting the 30 to 50,000 students that you get in the Colorado schools as universities, it was a much more intimate setting. I knew all my professors personally. There were only 5,000 students at the university. And I graduated from there with 2 degrees, 1 degree in digital art and 1 degree in English and writing. So I am actually qualified to teach both English and writing and digital art. I like tying the two together, and I think it's always great to have students be able to practice writing in an environment that is lower pressure and has more opportunities of exploration. But I do have that emphasis of writing in my classes, as well as the element of art. After college, I went to join the JET program, which is how I got started in teaching. I was placed in Shikoku. You can see that kind of at the bottom. The JET program is a program where as long as you have a college degree, you are taken in Japan and placed in a school, and there you assist the teachers in teaching English. So I was teaching in a high school in very rural Japan, and in that high school there were only 80 students, but it was a really great experience getting to know the students and the community, and has really influenced how I see schools in America functioning in the future. I really want to bring back that community aspect that I worked with in Japan, and that idea of knowing all of your students and knowing their goals for the future, so that you can help them and achieving those goals, not just in your content area, but outside your content area too. So working in Japan definitely has influenced how I teach, and definitely has influenced my life in a big way. I taught in Japan for 4 years, and it was a really great experience. So when I came back, I thought about what I wanted to do. Yes, you can see it right there. It's Shikoku Island is where I was placed, in Kochi, and then Yusahara was the town. It was on that orange island in the middle of it. This is the town. It's super in the mountains, nestled in the mountains, very advanced town in terms of energy. But as you can see, this is the entire town. It's very small, much like any mountain town in Colorado, actually. So it was very familiar to me to go from one mountain town in Colorado to another mountain town across the world. I came back and I studied at University of Colorado, Denver, and I graduated with a master's in teaching, and with an emphasis on secondary English, but also a license in teaching art. So that is basically my journey here. My 3 main goals for teaching are to create a strong community. So that's the idea that I've taken from Japan. This not just with the students and with me, but the students with each other. And I think it's important that I know the parents, that I know community members, that we all know each other and can help and support students in this environment. So Erie is a small, tight-knit community, and I'm really happy to be a part of that. I want to help students achieve their goals for their future, so not just understanding who my students are in my class and the content area that they should be learning, but also understanding what are their goals for the future, where are they planning on going, and how can I help them with that. And then I want to impart skills that students can use during the rest of their lives. So art is not necessarily something that everybody's going to be pursuing as a career, but I think that there are a lot of things within art, skills that you can develop that will help people with their hobbies or with their professional lives. There's still that element of conceptual thinking, of developing creative ideas, of thinking outside of the box, and all of those things can be developed in an art class. So I want to help students access that creativity and that conceptual understanding of ideas that they're using and apply those to their artwork, but also be able to apply those skills outside in the rest of their lives. I also think it's important to know that art classes are seen as intimidating, or that seen as that's something that's talent driven, but I think that all of the classes, there's something that for everyone to pull from. You don't have to be a student that's pursuing art for their future, but you can learn how to be more creative, and there's always room to grow in that way. So I'm teaching right now digital photography, and I'm also teaching computer graphics. So digital photography, we're going to be learning about how to use your phone, how to use your iPad, how to use digital cameras if you're in-person learning, and how to make photographs stand out using the elements of art and design. In computer graphics, we're using Photoshop and Illustrator in InDesign to take the ideas that you have from paper and translate them onto the digital world. So this is digital coloring in Photoshop and vector creation in Illustrator, and then some work with publication in InDesign. So those three programs are the emphasis of this computer graphics course. The grading system is pretty simple. There are 4 elements that we grade in the classes. The homework grade is worth 15%, participation grade is 30%, project grades are 35%, and then the quiz grades are 20%. So there will be quizzes just to check to make sure that students understand terms, and there will be a larger project grades that students are working for. And then the participation grades are based on how the students work on those projects during class. Homework grades are based on smaller assignments that students can take home and complete on their own, and then come back in the class and we can discuss them. In the classes, this is the fundamentals of what the students will be learning. It's the elements of art and the principles of design. So both classes, you're taking these elements of art and you're applying them to your projects. So how does line, shape, form, value, color, space, and texture apply to photography? How do you use those tools to create the principles of design? How do you use form, value, color to create pattern, contrast, emphasis, balance, proportion, harmony, and rhythm? So we'll be going through those terms slowly so students get a really good foundation for understanding both the elements of art and the principles of design at the end of both of these courses. And that is the basic introduction to digital photography and computer graphics. I hope you have a great day, and we look forward to seeing your students here in the future.